Science fiction over the years has fascinated children and adults alike. Many shows have been produced over the years that have surprised viewers, but one underrated show that many science fiction fans overlook is Generator Rex. Man of Action, under the supervision of John Fang of the Cartoon Network Studios, produced the American animated science fiction television program Generator Rex.
You just have to hold him off till the airstrike.
Airstrike? You called in an
The 1999 issue of M-Rex by Image Comics served as its inspiration. The American broadcast of the series began on Cartoon Network on April 23, 2010, and it ended on January 3, 2013. So, without further ado, let's jump into the video to learn more about Generator Rex. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means an awful lot. Thank you. Let's begin. What is Generator Rex all about? Rex, a 16-year-old boy with amnesia, is the main character of the story, which centers around an international incident known only as The Event, which caused nanobots, called nanites, to infect every living organism on the planet and cause random mutations. As a result, Rex gains the ability to produce bioorganic machines from his body. Rex is hired by the private organization known as Providence, which has been assigned with the duty of preserving civilization against EVOs, the name used to describe humans who have mutated due to his special ability to manage his nanites and cure others of theirs. While collaborating with Providence, Rex seeks to learn more about his enigmatic history, what actually caused the event, and whether or not these two things are connected, all while snacking away on occasion to try to live a somewhat regular adolescent life. Rex opens the first episode by summarizing the present circumstances and the explosion that dispersed nanites all over the Earth. Rex is called in to stop and treat a multi-faced EVO that is ravaging New York City. He receives criticism for his performance after the combat. After riding through the petting zoo with his friend Bobo Haha, he leaves Providence and embarks on a road trip because he is irritated by his lack of freedom. He meets and befriends Noah, a young man in the city who advises Rex not to associate with skaters. Following a brief conversation between the two, Agent 6 arrives to get Rex. The Pack, a trio of EVOs going by the name of Breach, Scalamander, and Biowolf, then appear. Scalamander first seems to be trying to reason with Rex, but as Biowolf strikes, that strategy is immediately abandoned. Bobo, Noah, and Rex are flung through a portal and into a shadowy place named Abyssus during the melee. Van Cleis approaches the group as tiny flowers begin to bloom around his feet, as Scalamander shoves Rex, Bobo, and Noah into the portal to Abyssus. Van Cleis agrees, if not in the way Rex can comprehend, that Rex is a nature-controlling EVO. Van Cleis describes the identity and principles of his pack. The party is then directed to Van Cleis's castle. Van Cleis claims that the nanites are a gift, not a disease, as they make their way through the crumbling castle, but Rex disagrees with him immediately. They aren't all savages, according to Van Cleis, and Rex has only partially reached his potential. Van Cleis assures Rex that he will share his family's history with him in response to his question about how Rex can know about his full potential and strength while unaware of his past. Prior to doing it, he directs Biowolf to drive Bobo and Noah to the garden. He takes Rex to a royal room after they have left and narrates the nanite event to him there. Rex queries what the nanite project and event have to do with him following his conclusion. When Van Cleis responds that it is entirely his fault, several roots start to emerge from the castle's floor and capture Rex. Van Cleis says that because his body is unstable, he needs a steady stream of new, active nanites to stay alive. The pins on his fingers then change into needles, which he uses to puncture Rex in the chest, causing Rex to scream in agony. When Noah remarks that the sculptures in the garden are probably not statues, Scalamander responds, "Clever child," and swings at them. The next fight is with the Pack. Following their escape from the Pack, Noah and Bobo dash back to the castle. Van Cleis says he is disappointed in Rex for not resisting while Rex is still captive. When Noah and Bobo return to the location where Rex and Van Cleis are, Bobo tosses a big boulder at Van Cleis, giving Rex the opportunity to respond. Rex, Noah, and Bobo leave on Rex's boogie pack, evading enormous roots and trees that try to bring them down as they fly away from the castle after Rex kicks Van Cleis into a wall with his punk buster. Van Cleis appears as a series of enormous trees and inquires as to Rex's destination, warning that Providence will only use him as a weapon and imprison him. Rex's nanites short out, and the three fall into the woods. Rex tries valiantly to restore his powers after the collision, but to no effect. eject. A short while later, the pack emerges from one of Breach's portals. Agent 6 prevents Beowulf from striking after moving in to do so. Rex cautions him about Van Cleis as 6 eliminates the pack quickly. Van Cleis was previously known to Providence, but up to this point there was no issue with him. Rex is happy to see 6, but a little let down that it was only him because he thought Providence would send an army after him. 6 confirms that they did and points to the nanotized remains of a tiny Providence force entangled in vines. Rex is instructed not to consider it by 6. Van Cleis suddenly enters the scene, interrupting the dialogue, and starts to assault. Van Cleis keeps Agent 6 at a distance, leaving Rex helpless to intervene. Rex understands that all of Abyssus is infected with living nanites connected to Van Cleis, and Noah and Rex instantly comprehend that Van Cleis controls the world but is a part of it. Rex uses the big fat sword to deliver the decisive blow on Van Cleis when his nanites revive. Van Cleis is split in two as it connects, but when Bobo, Noah, Rex, and Agent 6 depart, Van Cleis restores himself using material from his territory. Rex and Bobo are shown to their new room by Agent 6 after determining that Rex does indeed require more freedom. Meanwhile, it's revealed that White Knight employed Noah to monitor Rex and exert pressure on him to become more submissive. In the second episode, a humanoid cactus named Evo is on the loose in a Mexican town in the opening scene. Rex attempts to kill it when a small child intervenes, claiming Father Jose is actually the creature. The boy's complaint moves Rex, and he heals the priest by digging beneath him. Rex decides to approach Noah for assistance on how to deal with Evos. He comes to the conclusion that while the destruction wreaked by Evos must be properly stopped, many of them are still very human, and by harming or murdering their loved ones, he is harming their loved ones. Rex is brought to Providence for a briefing on an Evo assault by Agent 6, who shows up on the scene. Dr. Holliday informs the staff at HQ that Peter Meacham went Evo precisely 8 hours ago. He developed the capacity to awaken latent nanites inside of humans, putting their bodies under his control, but not their minds. He also grew an external brain and 4 spider-like legs. Meacham turned 11 million individuals into an army in his 8 hours as an Evo. Peter has given in to his Evo inclinations, contrary to Providence's hopes that they could negotiate with him. Rex makes desperate attempts to heal and control Meacham after reaching New York, the base of Meacham's army. However, due to Meacham's resistance to treatment and the zombie Evo army, which now has a freshly zombified Bobo as a captive, Rex fails miserably. As a result, White Knight issues the order for the Bleach Protocol, a strategic nuclear bomb that would destroy the region. As they have no other option, Rex orders Noah to break into Peter Meacham's home, where they learn that the her Peter was referring to is actually his abducted daughter, Sarah Meacham. Rex faces Peter and his troops on the Brooklyn Bridge while the nuclear countdown is in progress. Rex convinces Peter to let him cure him in exchange for a promise to save Sarah after the conflict is finished. Unaware that 6 has already disabled the bomb, Rex manages to destroy it with just a few seconds left. Following Sarah's successful rescue by Rex, Peter and Sarah are placed under protection from the perpetrator. Van Cleis is left with a bleak determination when Beowulf informs him that Sarah has been saved and Peter has been healed. Rex plans to attempt another escape after learning about the vacation spot Cabo Luna from a briefing in Bobo, even if there are tales of an Evo monster in the region in the third episode. He provides Noah and Bobo with a ride to Cabo Luna for spring break. He meets Circe during a volleyball match, and although she first rejects him, they end up falling in love. Providence is scrambling to find Rex after he unintentionally damaged the tracking device placed on him and abandoned his communicator. The succession of Evo strikes on Mexican beach resorts prompts Agent 6 to recall that Rex and Bobo had previously struck up a discussion, and he orders a scan for Evo activity. Later, after another chance meeting, Rex learns that Circe is an Evo with the ability to both shoot a sonic blast and attract other Evos. She is attempting to gain entry into the pack by slaying an Evo sea monster. However, Rex worries about her safety because he is aware of what Van Cleis does with Evos, and because he and Circe were unable to beat the sea monster when working together. Rex assists Circe in taking down the Evo as Agent 6, Bobo, and Noah try to fend off Beowulf and Breach so that they can slay the monster. Later, he pleads for her to join him at Providence, but she replies that the only place she feels welcomed is the pack. Rex makes the decision to cut short his vacation and head back to Providence so he may drown his grief in his job. Circe and Rex are becoming closer, and Van Cleis is aware of this. Nevertheless, she is welcomed into the pack with the intention of manipulating her feelings for Rex to persuade him to join his side. In the 4th episode, Noah is transported to Providence in order to inform White Knight of his non-existent progress with Rex. Rex comes into Agent 6, leading Noah away from the facility. 6 explains to Rex that he brought Noah to the facility to keep Rex company in order to protect Noah's secrecy. Rex makes the decision to give Noah the whole rundown of the base, including meeting Dr. Holliday and presenting him to the petting zoo. Rex and Noah discover a powerful Evo that resembles a spider while exploring the enigmatic bunker known as the Hole in the core of the petting zoo. They unintentionally set the Evo loose. Rex and Noah have to make it out of the area alive when Dr. Holliday locks it down in order to remove the lockdown and escape the zoo while being pursued by its Evo inmates. Rex loses control of his abilities when a panicked Noah accidentally reveals that he works for White Knight. They succeed in leaving the building, but their friendship appears to be ended despite Noah's apology for lying. However, Rex's feeling of betrayal fades once the spider grabs Noah from the edge of safety, and he goes on to battle the Evo and saves Noah, regaining control of his powers in the process. The incurable sister of Dr. Holliday is later identified as the Evo. Rex decides to leave Providence for a short while after threatening to damage White Knight if he is spied on once more. Main characters of the cartoon series. The series has a fantastic set of protagonists and antagonists. Let's learn more about them in detail. Rex Salazar. Violetta and Raphael Salazar welcomed Rex as their second child in the city of Geneva in Switzerland. He shared a home with his elder brother Caesar along with his parents. Before Rex was born, the talented scientists Violetta, Caesar, and Raphael traveled extensively. Rex, then 12 years old, spent each summer with his buddy Frederico in a little South American hamlet. Rex was seriously injured in an industrial disaster that was brought on by a disagreement amongst several scientists about how the nanites were to be utilized before the event and during the project on which his parents and brother worked. In an effort to preserve Rex's life and convince the other scientists that their actions were in the best interests of science overall, the scientists, including Raphael, Gabriel Rylander, Caesar, and Violetta, injected Rex with the initial batch of fully programmed nanites. Rex's ability to be saved made it a huge success. The nanites gave Rex new skills, but this just served to confirm their assumptions. Raphael and Violetta perished as a consequence of the enormous nanite explosion, but Caesar, Rex, and Gabriel managed to survive the nanite event via pure chance. Rex later flew to Hong Kong and made friends with 3 incurable Evos named Cricket, Squid, and Tuck after losing his memories, which were said to have been brought on by the explosion. Unbeknownst to them, Rex served as the senior lieutenant for Quarry, an Evo crime lord. Rex, along with his friends, had a run-in with the shapeshifter named John Scarecrow when they were together, so they all got nano-ink tattoos that could be activated by their voice to stop it from happening again. Later, in order to gain his freedom, he surreptitiously traded his pals to Quarry. Rex changed into a massive biomechanical form a few years later and went on a rampage in Mexico. Soldiers from Providence, including Agent 6 and White Knight, were dispatched to neutralize the threat. Rex crashed into a structure after suffering severe damage and returned to his human form, forgetting all that had transpired before he became full Evo. Unaware that he was the Evo who had just assaulted him, 6 located the small child among the rubble and helped him escape. 6 was first hesitant to care for Rex, but as soon as he saw that Rex had amnesia, he felt pity for him. 6 accompanied Rex to Providence to demonstrate his amazing healing skills to Dr. Holliday, who had been striving to find a means to reverse the mutations of Evos rather than murdering them after Rex saved 6 from a deadly Evo by treating it. Agent 6. As Rex's handler, Agent 6, also known as 6, is Providence's top agent. He's the 6th most dangerous individual on the globe, earning his given name. Rex goes so far as to call 6 a nanny, only more aggressive, due to his rigid, by-the-book demeanor. The history of Agent 6 is obscure. At some point in his life, he was actually homeless, and 1 took him in and trained him throughout that period. Later, he joined the 6, a violent mercenary squad headed by 1. 6 joined White Knight after the squad was split up after a failed operation in Malaysia. White and 6 are said to have joined Providence shortly after the nanite event when 1 started to turn Evo.
Ah, brother.
Bobo Haha. A proficient human speaker who works for Providence, Bobo Haha is an Evo chimpanzee. Ironically, he was one of the first Evos that Providence apprehended. Due to his previous work as an animal entertainer, he sports a trademark fez, and the organization has given him his own set of laser weapons. Despite his undeveloped but sinister background, Bobo was given a chance to fight the good cause, albeit occasionally in his own reckless manner. He has grown to be the closest friend and fiercest ally of Rex Salazar throughout the years. After the global cure, Bobo kept his voice and memory.
You look nice.
Dr. Rebecca Holliday. The Chief Research Officer of Providence is Dr. Rebecca Holliday, who obtained this post as a result of her experience with nanite technology. She is in charge of looking after Rex, Providence's secret weapon, along with Agent 6. She takes her work seriously and keeps a close eye on Rex to make sure he's safe. Rex vanished after a 6-month hiatus, and Holliday severed her links with Providence and embarked on a search expedition with 6 to find him. Once they had located him, they united once more to battle Black Knight and New Providence. Later, she was reinstated as Providence's Director of Research. Dr. Holliday experienced a significant impact from Beverly, her younger sister, going Evo at some point in her life. It is indicated that Holliday joined Providence in return for the assurance that her sister, an incurable Evo, would be safe. She asked Providence to keep Beverly stationed in the hole for therapy ever since.
You have a talking monkey.
Chimpanzee, technically. Want a soda?
It's on me. I'm Noah.
Noah Nixon. Noah Nixon is a human agent employed by White Knight to become friends with Rex and gradually sway his choices in order to increase his compliance. Eventually, Noah admitted to Rex that he was a covert spy. Rex, who disliked the truth, tried to alienate Noah, but they finally made up and became great friends.
You can control nature?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Van Cleis. The Pack and Abyssus were under the direction of Van Cleis. He intends to rule the entire planet and usher forth a new age for Evo kind. He has created the Pack, a hazardous alliance of Evos, to aid him in his mission. He makes the assertion that he is fully aware of Rex's background, which he frequently exploits to try to recruit Rex to his cause, or prevent Rex from capturing or annihilating him. The initial nanite project included Van Cleis, Dr. Gabriel Rylander, Peter Meacham, Raphael, Caesar, and Violetta Salazar as scientists and biointerface specialists. Van Cleis was a conceited guy who desired personal power and thought the nanites might assist in achieving it. After learning that the consortium was involved in the same purpose, he killed Rex's parents once they started the explosion. Van Cleis was near to the blast when the nanite event took place. Later, he learned that the nanites from the blast had endowed him with the power to command Abyssus.
Are they actually helping us?
The Pack is a team of strong Evos that Van Cleis is in charge of. The Pack was established before Rex joined Providence. At the time, it was viewed as a small liability. Van Cleis's absence makes Beowulf the new Pack leader, replacing him. The Pack appears to be Van Cleis's strong Evo faction. These Evos are charged with carrying out their master's intentions, including capturing and delivering Evos to Van Cleis so that he can survive by feeding on their live nanites.
As you can see, the current range of my signal is rather limited.
Zag RS. Zag RS, a once loyal AI developed by Cesar Salazar as part of the Nanite project, was initially intended as a decontamination program to get rid of nanites that leaked from the nanite tanks. Later, it developed from its fundamental programming and embarked on a relentless mission to eradicate all of the nanites released by the event, which had infected every living thing on the planet. It was able to survive the nanite event and the base's destruction by downloading itself to a different, unidentified place. What happened to the cartoon show? Cartoon Network does not presently broadcast Generator Rex. Before they were broadcast, episodes 56 through 60 were made available for purchase on iTunes. Rex and Cersei's romantic relationship, which finally took off at the end of episode 51, Assault on Abyssus, and Rex saving her from Providence sometime before the 2-part season finale were just 2 of the significant issues that the show left unresolved before the season 3 endgame finale. The main reason Cartoon Network took the show down was that it wasn't profitable like Ben 10, which had huge sales of toys and merchandise. When you factor in the cost of production, they most likely stopped the project. Even if it was hurried and several things were left unexplained, there was still enough time to write a good ending for the show. marvelous verdict. Well, Generator Rex was ahead of its time. Generator Rex was steeped in science fiction when most other shows focused on science fantasy. The program has a fantastic main character, a fantastic supporting cast, and a really unique plot, and with every season, it gets better and better. Although another season would have made the series even more understandable, it doesn't hinder it from making it one of the best written cartoon shows of all time. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. This has been Corey Whelan for Marvelous Videos. Have a good one, be safe out there, and thanks for watching.
That means I can do things like this! Incoming!